was a kid, I was embarrassed by my parents. And now I have 3 children and I'm embarrassed by me. And one of the frustrating things about having kids older in life is that my kids have never really seen me at my athletic peak. Now that's become worked in my own mind. It was probably 6th grade kickball that I decided to school my kids and take them canoeing on the Brandyway. That sounds kind of lame, but you would think it bullfighting or something, but I decided to go for that. What you do is you take a bus to the top of the river and then you canoe down. I have 3 kids. At the time my daughter was 13, she refused to go because she didn't let her hair get wet. So I was left with my 2 sons, Brian was age 8 and Jack was age 6. We get on this bus, we went early May, ride the bus, and the only other people on the bus are this preppy couple with a very nattily attired 5-year-old who has a giant picnic basket that my sons look at me because I haven't brought anything at all. So we get in the canoe, and this is a chance for me to show them I know what I'm doing. This is a J stroke, it's in the figure of a J. And I'm doing that, but my kids could care less. Brian is in the middle of the tube, in the middle of the canoe, apparently thinks he's tubing because he's laying there with a paddle just dragging in the water. Jack has also seen Star Wars. He's leaping around the front of the canoe, pretending the paddle's a lightsaber. So I'm saying to them, sit down, stop this, which is the wrongest thing to say to 2 oppositionally defined children, because what they start doing is shaking the canoe back and forth, yelling, "Title me." They think they're really funny. As a result of this, we kept hitting other canoes, well, actually, canoe. It was the same people from the bus, the preppy couple, we kept banging into their canoe. If you think the odds of that are small, and if any of you ever have children, if you have more than 2 kids, it's zone defense. When I try to teach these 2 kids to ride a bike, I put them on opposite ends of a parking lot. They got up exactly the same time, rode across the parking lot, whited each other like magnets with a death wish, and crashed. So we kept in this canoe, and I said, "You people paddle on, I'll just stay here with my boys." They paddle around the thing, but the problem is I'm daydreaming. I'm sitting in the canoe, thinking I'm Steve McQueen, I'm daydreaming, and the canoe drifts around the corner and goes on a riverbank, and my son Brian's head hits a low-hanging branch. And Brian's fine, he has a head of stone, but the branch fell into our canoe, as did a group, herd, nest, committee, I don't know what you call it, spiders, hit the canoe and spread. Both boys start panicking. I know around the bend is a clearing in the middle, so I start paddling like a madman for the clearing. We get to the clearing, the boys jump out of the canoe, screaming spiders, and run across a picnic blanket of a familiar family of 3. I stand up, and I'm trying to maintain control of the situation. And I turn to the dad, and I go, "Nature, boys." And like I'm the tough guy, and I'm squashing the spiders. My son Jack turns around and looks at me and goes, "Dad, there's a tarantula on your leg." Now, to this day, I don't know what the tarantula looks like. All I see is something that, it's like a disembodied hand crawling up my arm. At that point, I hear this ear-piercing female scream, which was not the family of 3, because they had gotten in a canoe and taken off the speed of an outboard motor up the river. Now, that was me. So I start trying to swing at the thing, and I run and I panic, and I just run and dive into the Brandywine, which is early May, it's freezing. Now, to back up, the last time I ever tried to impress people before my kids was when I was dating. And I would go to the bar, and I'd be talking to girls, and it'd be going okay. But then, I'd go on the dance floor, and I made Elaine from Seinfeld look like, Michael Jackson or Baryshnikov, and I could just see the disillusionment cross the woman's face. When I got out of the water there and I stuck my head up, I still was holding the paddle. My teeth were chattering, and I was looking left and right for what was coming next. But the one thing I didn't do was look at my son's eyes, because they had been schooled, they'd seen me dance for the first time.